Greetings all you maniacs, minds, and crimes, and today is just a little video talking about remasters slash remakes that I would absolutely love to have of some games. So let's first start off with Need for Speed Most Wanted. This game deserves a remaster or a remake, either one. So basically all I would want them to do is of course update the graphics. It doesn't need to be anything super crazy. Uh, just make it look much better. And fix some of the sort of weirdness of the game. The game's a bit odd sometimes. Also, they could add in the cut content. There was supposed to be a whole like other area, like a snowy area of the map apparently, or something like that. And there was going to be a drift mode, but they cut that. I don't know why, because apparently it's actually fairly like fleshed out. Like it's basically nearly complete because, modders and data miners were able to put it back into the game. So that'd be cool. Does Need for Speed Most Wanted absolutely have to have these things for a remaster? No, but it would be very great. Another thing that'd be very great would be for them to add more cars, because 32 or 33 cars, if you add the BMW, isn't enough. There isn't enough for like a huge variety's sake. And I do like the fact that every single car in the game can beat the game. That is a good feature because you could just stick to your favorite car and just go with it. And it also saves you a bunch of money in the game and a bunch of time and effort. So that's cool. The whole bounty thing is fine, but I feel like some of the bounty missions can drag on for a bit. And I don't know. They could definitely streamline it a bit better. But a Need for Speed Most Wanted remaster or remake would be fantastic. The next game that I would say would definitely benefit from a remaster or a remake. There's actually three here. It's in the same series of Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 4. So the arguments for all of them is I know Devil May Cry 1 is a good game. I've never played it, but I've seen it played. It looks good, but it's a very old game, which there's nothing wrong with that, but a remaster of it or a remake of it would definitely be very cool. Devil May Cry 2 is definitely one of the games in the series that a lot of people are like, oh yeah, no, this deserves a second chance, a remaster, remake. I agree. I have nostalgia for the game because it was my first Devil May Cry game. I know, wild. Like, how was that my first Devil May Cry game? What the heck? Well, it just was. I think it was one of the few on Xbox. I don't remember exactly. I don't think I had it on the PS2, or maybe it was on the PS2 and I had one and I don't remember. It's been oh my god, it's been a very long time. This would have been 2004, 2005 or something like that when I played Devil May Cry 2. I know. It's very long time ago. Jesus, what a long time ago. But whatever. Devil May Cry 2 could definitely use a remaster or remake. The story, I think, could stay basically the same. The whole story is sort of a side quest, and the reason why Dante is acting like that is because he is super depressed. The dude thought he killed his own brother. He thinks he killed his own brother. I know it's kind of crazy. Like, oh, this very crazy wacky woo pizza man actually has feelings. Yeah, no, he's suffering on the inside. He just puts on a smile, and that's just how he is. But you can actually see like some glimpses, and even like Devil May Cry 4 and 5 of him actually being depressed. But psychology is aside, Devil May Cry 2 getting a remaster would be great. Now, the reason why I said Devil May Cry 4 is Devil May Cry 4 is an unfinished game. So it isn't what it should be. And I cannot play through the game. I beat all the way up to killing Echidna as Dante, and after that, no. I just don't find the game fun. I just don't find the game fun. A lot of the enemies are very frustrating. They're not fun. The maps are absolutely gigantic with basically no direction. And there's just nothing. There's no interesting things at all. It's definitely an unfinished game. And it gets some pass for that. But man, not even if I bought the Virgil DLC and played as my favorite character to play as in Devil May Cry 5, Virgil, I would not enjoy this game. Like, no. I'm sorry. If it's your favorite Devil May Cry game, power to you, but I can't stand it. But I did go back and try it again after years of shelving it. Fausts can go to hell. Regardless, Devil May Cry 4 with a remaster or remake, I would be all for. Keep the story as is. The story is actually pretty fine. Like, I think the story is like the redeeming quality of Devil May Cry 4. It's definitely a good story, but Devil May Cry has always kind of had a good story, regardless. So what else? Well, I'm wondering, like a lot of people, where is the Halo 3 Anniversary Edition? Where's the Halo 3 Remaster? And also the Halo 3 ODST Remaster. Now, I really do like ODST. I like Halo 3, but it's definitely not my favorite. I know that is absolute blasphemy to some people. I should be skinned and flayed alive for what I said to, insult the god that is Halo 3. It's okay. It's fine. I just don't have nostalgia for it, and it's a fine game. I like the story. I like how it's like the epic conclusion that it should be for the Covenant, the Human Covenant War. It really does feel like the ending, but I'm just not a big fan of it. Although a remaster and remake of that and Halo 3 ODST would be great. ODST especially. I would love for now bear with me, a PvP ODST game or a game mode in ODST and not just firefight. That I think would be kind of interesting. But I understand the 3 for 3 has a lot of things going on. I mean, they're still sort of updating the Master Chief Collection, and they are updating and adding new things to Halo Infinite. Their hands are kind of tied right now, so they have to prioritize one or the other. So I guess that's why we haven't gotten a Halo 3 or ODST remake yet, or remaster. It's whatever. I do think the games definitely deserve it, but I mean, that's fine. Moving on to that, how about another franchise that has a big following? Gears of War. Why don't we have Gears of War 1, 2, and 3, firstly on PC, and secondly, remastered? That would sell hard. Also throw in Gears of War Judgment. I like Judgment. Whatever you want to think about me, I don't care. I like Gears Judgment. I thought it was fun. Definitely kind of unnecessary, but I liked it. Especially the multiplayer. Anyway, Gears 1, 2, and 3 as a trilogy on PC, even if they didn't get remasters, that should be a thing. Also, real quick tangent, where's Bloodborne on PC, god damn it? Wow, what? Why? Why? God damn it. Bloodborne's my favorite, FromSoft game ever. I got a PS4 just to play Bloodborne, and my god, it was worth every penny. That game is phenomenal, but it is stuck in PS4 jank purgatory, and I despise that. I mean, I guess it is backwards compatible with the PS5, but still, it is stuck on console and not on PC. What a crying shame. Imagine that game running at constant 60 FPS and updated graphics and just everything just working as it should. That game would be awesome. It already is, but that aside, going back to Gears, those 3 games, Gears 1, 2, and 3, I know 3 especially would, or Gears 2, I think. Which one's the one that people love the most? I think it's between Gears 3 and 2. Me personally, I like them both equally, but I've not played Gears 1, by the way, which I probably should, right? But I can't, because it's not on PC. Pissing me off. So a Steam release of these 3 games, even if they don't get remasters, that would just be perfect. There's a big trend going on right now of people remastering stuff. Probably the best remaster to come out in recent years is the Dead Space remaster. Speaking of which, Dead Space 2 remaster. I don't think it needs it. I think Dead Space 2 is phenomenal as is. However, it would definitely be very freaking cool, especially if it comes with the DLC for free or some other kind of side content. The Dead Space 1 remaster, I thought, they're just going to take Dead Space 1 and then update the graphics and maybe change 1 or 2 things. They went above and beyond. Also, Dead Space 3. Again, controversial opinion, I really like Dead Space 3. A lot of fun. But Regardless, those are the games that I would absolutely love to have remasters or remakes of. They all deserve it and all should have it. I just don't understand why some of them haven't happened yet. I can understand Capcom, they're busy with other things. Maybe they're developing Devil May Cry 6. I want Devil May Cry 6 before we get a remaster or remake of Devil May Cry 1 and 2, 1, 2, and 4. Do Devil May Cry 6 first. And if Devil May Cry 6 is the end of the franchise, is that like the last game, that's fine. Then you can go back and then remaster everything. Also, because it's so popular, Devil May Cry 3, you'd think there'd be a remake of it or a remaster of it, but a lot of people are like, no, 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 no. 1, 2, and 4 definitely deserve it way more, and I can understand that. I have not played Devil May Cry 3 yet. Eventually I will for this channel once I get it. But anyway, I don't know how many people are going to share my thoughts. Oh, one more thing. Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. That thing needs a remaster. That would be cool. But anyway, that's just sort of my loose thoughts of games just off the top of my head. If I really sat down and thought about it and gone through all the games I've played in my life, I could definitely handpick a few more to talk about. But those ones definitely have the most potential for remasters slash remakes, especially like Gears of War. Like Gears, I really do like Gears 5. I think Gears 5 is a great game, but it would be cool to have the entire Gears of War series on PC. Even if they're not remastered, it wouldn't matter. As long as, 60 FPS and it was constant and stable and everything and well, implemented and emulated and all of that stuff. Ported. Ported. That's the word I was looking for. But it's still pretty curious to me how we don't have Halo 3 yet for a remaster or remake. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking. That's all I had to say about that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and tell me what games you think deserve to be remastered or remade. And maybe I'll agree with you if I've heard of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, in Trilby, we trust.